So we've had some really weird things happening and some cool things happening recently.
Yeah.
The first one I'd like to actually talk about is the Switch Lite.
Yeah.
It looks really cool. First of all, I think it looks great.
Okay.
There's 3 colors.
Yep.
The colors are yellow. It's like would you call that green, blue, or teal?
I don't know.
It's teal.
I haven't seen
so
it.
it's
Definitely a teal
Yeah,
color.
it's just
Teal.
like the underside of your hat.
Yeah. Oh, it's more like the overside of my hat.
Oh, there you go.
Overside.
Because the
Yeah.
underside
What
is
about
green.
the
Overside is
left
teal.
side of your hat?
Yeah.
The left side of your brim.
Yeah.
It's like if you blended the bottom of the hat with the top of the hat. It's that color, which is teal.
It's
Right,
like a really,
exactly.
truly disgusting color. Yes. And then you've got like a mustard color, then like ketchup color.
Well, there's gray, so you
Yeah.
were close.
Okay.
Mustard,
Yeah,
ketchup.
so there's yellow, teal, and gray. So I think
mayonnaise.
the yellow is kind of like a pale yellow. So I guess you could, right? Would you call it a pale yellow?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Kelly's shuffling papers, and I just can't hear
I think
anything
I'm so
else.
distracted. I do think it's a little bit of a pale yellow. They
Yeah.
actually look great though. But the screen is smaller, obviously, so it makes it lighter.
You can't connect to a dock.
Can't connect to a dock.
The Joy-Cons are not removable.
Right. It does have a longer battery life,
Yep.
which we should have gotten the first one.
So
anyway.
you basically got a more powerful, bigger 2DS without one of the screens.
Right.
Okay.
For the most part, I really like the idea of the Switch Lite, except for the fact that it can't hook up to a TV.
Yep.
Like, I don't even mind that it doesn't have a dock included, but if it could at least communicate with the TV through like just a USB-C port or whatever.
Give it 2
But it does
months,
not
and
have the
8-Bit Do will
functionality.
have your back.
So wait.
I mean, but the Switch itself doesn't have the functionality is the problem. Like, it simply does not have the ability to send video through the USB-C port.
It
They'll
does
figure it
not
out.
have a video out, which what you're saying, but that sucks. That actually sucks. I wonder how
Yeah.
much more it would have cost to actually throw that in there.
So it's no longer a
charge someone
Switch. It's just a play on the goddamn handheld, you piece of
Yeah.
shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's nothing Switch about it.
Basically, yeah.
The only thing you
Yeah.
can do is I don't know, switch your seat instead.
between crying and depression. But those kind of
That's
coincide.
Yeah.
Really, the only thing you can truly switch is the game from the fucking game cartridge.
Yeah. So do you
can
think?
switch it up and go play PlayStation?
Yes.
Do you think?
That said, though, it looks a lot sturdier than the original Switch. It looks like it's more comfortable in the hands because,
It
you know,
really does, actually.
I love the Switch, but you gotta admit, like, when you're playing especially like an intense game like Bayonetta or something like that, the thing feels like it's just gonna fall apart in your hands, you know, because of how fast-paced you have to move for it.
Yeah.
It looks like it's gonna hold up a lot better.
You're like, man, I feel like I'm gonna crush the Joy-Cons. Like, I feel like I'm gonna
Yeah.
rip them from the
Right.
console itself.
Right.
Yep.
I'm always worried because you can feel them flex.
Exactly.
I do kind of wish they would have just left it as a whole setup.
Yep.
Like
and then
the
just
Wii U.
give us the Pro controllers, which is
Yeah.
fine. You don't even
Mhm.
have to give them to us for free because it's still a handheld system.
Yep.
But the option was there. But pulling them off, I don't even like where I have my Switch usually is over on the wall. There's like a mount for it, and it's actually an inconvenience for me now to climb over my system to actually charge the Joy-Cons. So there is a Joy-Con external charger that you can get that actually comes with the grips, and it charges off the system for like $25 on Amazon, and it actually looks really, really good.
I have one of those. It works great.
Yeah, so you know what I'm talking about. That's
Yeah.
cool. So you and another friend actually told me about it too. They said it does, he said it works really, really well. And he's got no problems with buying another one, really.
It's like it's like the Wii U, but like they got rid of like instead of the useless thing, they got rid of the useful thing.
Yeah.
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 Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty damn much.
Man, the Wii U I thought was weird.
I don't know, man.
It just-
I weirdly still kind of want to own one.
Yeah.
It's,
I don't
it's
know
a
why.
decent
Almost just
system.
because it's like boutique-y. Like
Yeah.
it's-
Boutique-y.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I like it.
I mean, literally, the only bad thing about the Wii U was the marketing for it. Like, it was a decent system, but because of the poor marketing, they didn't do enough to differentiate it from a Wii. So most
what do you
like
mean they added
casual
a whole
gamers,
extra fucking letter?
yeah. Like,
you don't call
casual
that
gamers-
differentiation? Come on, Eric.
Yeah.
People,
Shit.
the audience who is playing the Wii, aren't the type of people who are generally going to run out and buy a new system. And most hardcore gamers weren't convinced that it was for them because it still had the Wii branding. So it was like in this weird middle ground where nobody thought it was for them, and nobody
Right.
bought it except for me.
Right. Yeah. I
was
mean,
the sucker.
I'm with Tony on this. I would actually like to have one too, if not for the collection.
Yeah.
Maybe because some of the Zelda games that came on that were fantastic.
Yeah.
And I missed
Twilight
out.
Princess HD and Wind Waker HD are
Yeah, I
fantastic.
missed out on playing Wind Waker all the way through. I played a little bit when Jeremy lived with us, but that was pretty much about it.
Basically, you're just missing out on some water, lion boat, and
Oi! Oi!
Eric knows what that is.
Yeah, so
Apparently, that means Big Brother.
And yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that this system is actually going to sell really well.
I think it is a good move on their part. A good business move. But will I buy it? I won't buy it because I would just rather have the regular Switch and hook it up to a TV and play it that way.
Yep.
Right.
Before us old, ancient fucking
the people that can't see the
dopes,
screen.
yeah.
And
It's
I get
him.
why they removed as much stuff as they did because they're trying to reduce the price point by a significant margin. I personally feel like they didn't reduce it quite enough though. Like $199 is still kind of steep for a dedicated handheld.
Yeah.
That
I
does
think like
seem-
$179 would have been like a sweet spot. Like that would have been the highest it should have been in my opinion.
Do you think the Switch? Well, what about the Switch? If the Switch was, $399 instead of $299, do you think the $199 price point would have been okay?
Oh yeah. If the Switch was like $350,
Yeah.
I'd say that $199 would have been an appropriate price point for it. But to
But
me,
not
it's
only
what I thought.
$100 less.
It's like
Yeah.
why
And for
buy?
$100 less, if it would have still had a video out option, like I said, it doesn't have to come bundled
Right.
with the dock, but if it at least had the
Dude,
option for
if-
video out,
If
It should've.
that's the one thing that keeps me from buying that version of the Switch. If
Yeah.
it had a video out, I would just rather buy the new Pokemon edition of that because it's really cool looking, but it doesn't. So
Yeah.
I'm
Cool
not
looking.
going to.
Right. I agree with you there.
But
I really do.
I keep I think I kind of missed the conversation that we all had, like where we all bashed on it, like that one day. I thought I heard tell of a Switch Pro or something. Is that just like bullshit?
it's just a
or-
rumor.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
rumor mill.
I think
Okay.
that was a rumor at one point. But I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't.
Yeah.
There's always a possibility for how cool a 4K handheld system would be.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be kind of neat. It doesn't make sense on a small screen, but it doesn't make sense on cell phones either.
Yep.
It works
It works.
sometimes, but it looks
Or if they,
It's passable.
right.
yeah,
Yeah.
since the Switch right now has a 720p screen, maybe a Switch Pro would have like a 1080p
1080.
screen.
Right.
And be
Yeah,
able
we
to
don't.
output in 4K, something
Right.
like that.
I don't know, man. I think that by them getting a 1080p screen, because even like what it's got the one right now has a 720p screen, but most of the games that are played in handheld mode don't even have that resolution a majority of the time anyway.
It kind of
Maybe by going to 4K we'll finally get a true 720 in handheld mode.
Right.
it would
So-
kind of be a first for Nintendo to ever have resolution that high.
Right.
The
I mean,
Witcher 3
in
might actually
Switch
hit
mode.
480i.
well, you have people that will only play stuff in 1080 60 frames. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a group of people that refuse to play on anything less than perfect.
Yeah, we
You know what I mean?
Those, fucking
Master
weebs.
Race.
The PC Master Race. And get me another Hot Pocket, Mom. But either way, you're
Mom, go to the store and buy me a Mountain Dew.
yeah.
Yeah.
But you're right. So, do you think it would push these people that only want, the best of the best to purchase one of these
Yeah,
things
and,
if it was a Pro with
And
1080?
the
60
same
frames?
people who make the claim that
No.
they don't game on anything less than a 1440p refresh rate monitor because of I don't know, fucking wind resistance and solar flares, and
that group of people isn't interested in
gravitational pull of the Earth.
Fabricate statistics.
Yeah.
I don't game on
justify their
anything
purchase.
less than a perfect monitor because of the gravitational pull of the Earth.
Yeah.
It pulls my hands down and my reaction time is lowered.
Right.
Yep. And you know,
I find that funny when people come into the stream, and I've only seen it once. The guy comes in and he goes, "Why are you playing on 1080 30 frames per second?" And I'm explaining to him, and he goes, "Well, that's stupid."
well,
I'm
that's
like,
stupid.
"Did you go watch any of the Marvel movies? They're all 24
was
frames
that the
per
Path of
second. I'm
Exile
sure
guy?
you'll be fine."
Was
Huh?
that the Path of Exile guy?
No, that wasn't our
Oh, okay.
PoE guy.
Okay. Because I think I may have encountered that guy is when I was playing Division 2, and he's just like, I don't understand why you can't just play a good game. Like, this game is so unrealistic. You should definitely just play, you know, Yonder, because that's so much more realistic than this. And I'm like,
Whoa.
what the?
Whoa.
Whoa.
Triggered.
I
loved Yonder.
I'm not saying it's bad. I
No,
never
no.
said it's bad.
But it's
like,
like it's
yeah,
an
right.
indie,
No,
it's
I
an
get it.
indie
I get
game,
it. Yeah.
And then, you know, just
real, like, I mean, like, realistic, you know, Tom Clancy shooter, like,
Yeah.
military shooter game. Like,
Yeah.
of
Because
course.
everybody's playing those. You know who's not playing those? People that are using chats to crash servers through any Ubisoft game.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, evidently
nice
there's a way.
segue, Dave.
What?
Yeah, I just want to let you know that
We're not great with transitional material.
No,
by the
we're
way.
not. So basically, what's happening is people are found a way, and I guess this happens on a few Ubisoft games,
Yep.
where you can actually overload the chat a little bit by going in and out of it. It'll crash the server
Oh,
and
yeah?
pisses a lot of people off, and they're considering it cheating.
Wow.
So they're actually banning people.
wait, is this happening with Rainbow Six?
Yes,
Okay, that's
mostly
what I
Rainbow
thought.
Six.
well, then
But there's a
you know,
couple other games that people are trying it with, and it's been working.
but if it's
Ubisoft.
happening primarily with Rainbow Six, like, it's kind of like the question: if a tree falls in the ground to hear it, then does it make a sound? If something happens to Rainbow Six Siege that's bad, and the people who hear about it don't give a fuck about the game, does it really matter? And did it really happen?
So
And I own Rainbow Six Siege, and I played it maybe for about 15 minutes, and I made the mistake of going into the online mode, and then I lasted maybe 10 seconds.
Just a
and I'm
split
like,
second.
Nope,
Yeah.
I am terrible at this fucking game.
I will say, like, from watching people that are good play it, it has a fucking learning curve.
I'm
path.
sure it's really, really fun.
yeah.
It's a lot
If
more
you
tactical than
devote
other
27
shooters.
hours a day to it. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you guys? I did a little bit of looking into that. Do you guys know what reverse friendly fire is?
It's when you shoot yourself? I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Really?
basically that.
Okay.
I didn't
So-
even know that this was an actual thing, but evidently, I think Ubisoft is doing it, preventing people from maybe just kind of ganging up. I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how it works. I apologize for
Just
not
throw a
knowing it.
nade at your feet.
But what
and
you
just...
do is you shoot someone, and
call it
reverse
a
friendly
fucking
fire
nade.
actually turns the bullet around on you pretty much, and you kill yourself.
Oh, wow.
So you
How the
shoot
hell?
someone, and then you die.
Nice.
It's actually brilliant. I would like to have that in, like, let's say Fallout 76 when people are trying to fucking bully me, because it happens.
I've
happens
never
a
had
lot.
that happen to me ever.
I've been ganged up on.
When's the
I'm not
last
gonna
time
call
you
it.
tried to play that game?
I'm not gonna call it a gangbang.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call it
I would call it a gangbang.
pretty close.
And you
Call
just you just
Forcible
like
entry.
I felt violated and
Okay,
attacked.
I'm gonna say this right now. You just perfectly described the reason why you weren't gonna call it that. It's because none of us are mature enough to handle you saying that.
It's true.
The word gangbang.
It's true.
Yeah.
But for real, it did happen, and I would have liked for this reverse friendly fire to have been a thing.
A reverse gangbang. Which is basically you in this room when no one's here. I mean, I hate to say it, but
It's just you alone on Pornhub, where every other title is step this, step that.
You have those every day. Good God.
and people trying to get you to play Roblox.
Oh
Oof.
yes. I'm not gonna. I don't want us to make fun of anything, but personally, Roblox has always been, in my eyes, and I believe this is just true generally, been for like kids under the age of 14.
You don't want us to make fun of anything.
No, I don't want you to make fun of the person that.
No, I'm not making.
I know we.
I'm
I know we
not
can do
making
that.
fun of the person. No, I just want to make fun of Roblox.
Yeah, we
We're
can
not
do
allowed
that.
to make fun of anything. We
on
may
this
as well just
fucking
shut
podcast?
Winterhouse Gaming down right now.
I've seen my nephew play Roblox.
Yeah.
It just looks like a really childish version of Grand Theft Auto.
Yep.
Open world, little tiny things you can do with each other. Games. And then it's just not something I would ever play.
Little tiny things that you can do.
Right. And I didn't want to I was kind of laughing on the inside. I'm just like, I don't know if this game should have adults inside of it. Which that comment in itself sounds awkward, but I don't think it should have adults or anybody
in its servers.
In its servers.
No, but I mean, this is
servers.
The same game.
You need to stop over there.
This is the.
Oh, Roblox had a lot of adults inside.
Yeah, I was gonna say. We covered the episode of the Roblox porn.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That was an episode. I remember that.
The one where the person on the game was getting gangbanged.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Dude, I do remember that.
Yeah.
Actually,
there's so many episodes we talk about gangbang on it.
Dude,
it's really hard to keep
you
track
made me
lately.
watch that video after the podcast.
I did make you watch that video.
I was really kind of just stunned at what I saw.
Why would you make me watch that?
Yeah.
The reality is I will never play Roblox.
Yep.
And I just no. The same reason I won't play Fortnite.
Yep.
Everybody in there's underage, and I feel like an old creepy man.
Because you are an old.
I mean, you are.
Yeah.
Which is
To
true.
be fair.
But it's fine.
No, you're right. You're right.
You
It's
just
a dirty game.
you just own it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what else is on the docket? Tell me what G2A sucks.
Oh, G2A.
The
You want to hear
title
what
of the fucking podcast.
you want to hear what G2A did? This
Sold
is
me a
really
game.
weird.
They
Okay.
killed my father.
They emailed some media outlets to post a pre-written piece about their storefront.
Okay.
Okay, so they wrote something, wanted media outlets to post these things. That's not the problem.
Okay.
The problem is they wanted these news outlets to publish it without disclosing who that they were paid promotions.
Okay.
It's kind of like bribery, kind of.
And kind of illegal.
Then, after the fact that this happened, exactly, kind of illegal.
Also pretty illegal.
Yeah.
Pretty illegal.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Also,
Dare I say, very illegal.
they blamed
I would say, I mean, a felony.
when they were called out because of this happening. They actually blamed an employee that did it with. They said an employee that they wouldn't name did it without permission.
Wow, I highly
So
doubt
basically, he was a scapegoat, and they probably just paid him money to take the fall.
Wow.
Or there wasn't an actual person at all that emailed
I was
anyone.
that employee.
You were that employee.
Yeah.
yeah.
In fact, Tony has a
G2A
massive lawsuit on him
He's
right
like,
now.
I want more money. I didn't get paid enough for this bullshit and all the phone calls.
I'm a whistleblower.
Right. G2A is known for stolen. Let's say you take a stolen credit card and people actually purchase a whole bunch of keys that you can't really track.
Yeah.
You can actually turn around and sell them on that because there's no way to know where this stuff comes from. It's like blindly selling on eBay where there's no seller and then the buyer is anonymous.
Yep.
I mean, that's kind of the reality
It's
of
almost like
Trust me.
buying things on the dark
I know
web
how
or
it
the
works.
black
it.
market.
I know, I've been there.
It's
Before I
Because I have about.
comparable.
Well, actually, you know what? To be honest, I'm going to be perfectly candid. I've never used G2A, but I do use G2 Play,
which is different.
which is technically different.
technically, but I think it's
technically
actually
the
still along
same.
the same lines.
I don't care.
The same thing
Is-
with CD keys.
I've got 40 keys. That
I was
tell
just
me
about to say, is
otherwise.
that
fills
similar
me
to
with
CD
joy
keys?
every day.
Yeah, CD keys
Okay.
is the same
I've bought a few
thing.
things
Yeah.
off of CD keys.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, buying those keys,
All of those, Kingwin,
on
all of them. Yeah.
eBay and like on G2A.
I
would
actually
be-
purchased 3 keys for Windows 10 Pro
Yeah.
on CD keys.
Yep.
And each of them were $12.
Wow.
I went on to
Damn.
check and I got that one, and that one with genuine keys.
Yep.
I went on to check it a little bit later. $100 and something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, what happened? And then I actually genuinely felt bad because I was like, damn, someone stole someone's credit card and bought a bunch of stuff, and then, I don't know.
just facilitated them.
Yeah, I was like, I caused this.
Good job being an enabler. You're everything that's wrong with gaming.
I am. But shame on you, G2A. I personally will never go on there again.
Bribery's not good.
If you use it, I'm not telling you not to use it. I'm just saying, be aware of the potential things that can happen.
I learned my lesson.
Absolutely never going to go there.
Right.
I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson real fast with CDKeys.com.
Standards.
When I bought Assassin's Creed Unity off of it for $12 a couple months after the game came out, because sure, I got a brand new AAA game for $12, but I ended up with Assassin's Creed Unity. So
right,
yes.
I think you came out with a short stick on that end, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought Minecraft Windows 10 edition on G2 Play for literally $1.50.
That's really cheap.
Still $1.50. So
I think that's where I got my first Minecraft. Yeah. Someone actually asked if I played Minecraft. The answer is yes. I love Minecraft.
Oh yeah, we all do. We're all Minecraft.
But you have to also understand, wait, you played Minecraft but not Roblox? Well, here's the thing. Minecraft I can play by myself in my own server and not invite anyone.
Yeah.
And there's a story mode now.
Right.
Or an adventure mode.
Now, I'm sure you might be able to do that on Roblox. I still won't play it. I'm sorry.
I mean, to be fair, Roblox is also a little bit more childish looking, so to say, than Minecraft is, and there are a bunch of really cool reskins for Minecraft that you can.
And it has more gang rape than
Skyrim.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Skyrim?
Exactly.
I love Skyrim. I think we all love Skyrim. I think the whole fucking planet
I love going
loves
around
Skyrim.
just doing rim jobs.
Yeah, dude, they're awesome.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know what's also really cool?
What?
Super Monkey Ball Blitz is going to be coming out soon.
No, that's not cool at all. I'm just stopping right there.
I just heard about that today, actually. A friend of mine told me about that.
I couldn't figure out a segue into that. It's I don't have any other information about it, but it's I liked Super Monkey Ball.
It exists.
I thought it was fun. I thought it was great.
Yeah, Super Monkey Ball is good.
Yeah.
I dig it.
It was challenging.
It's a video game.
It is a video game.
Yes. That's the nicest thing I can say about it. It is, in fact, a game. And you play it.
You want me to keep going through my list?
Yeah, man, go for it.
Awesome, let's do this.
Save some of the stuff I have towards the end.
None of us play Warframe, but it's a free-to-play game. It's also kind of pay to win.
Having a massive advertising campaign recently.
Okay, so
yes. Okay, go ahead.
We kind of covered this to death, I think, in one of the last ones. So
yep, I'm only mentioning what it is, and then I'm gonna move on.
Yep.
There are evidently two major expansions that are going to be coming out, and that's
I've been
actually
noticing
really
it
cool.
on the PlayStation Store. They've been advertising the shit.
There's one called I think it was Imperium, which is space, and then you got these ships. And you can go with your squads and play little games with your squads, and actually go to different locations, which I think is really cool. One of them, the other one's called Very Paradox.
Wow.
And the only thing I knew about that one when I looked at it was they're adding horses.
Cool.
I don't know much else about it.
All right.
Unless there's horse armor, I'm
somebody
not
might
interested.
think it's cool. Okay.
No.
The Division update.
They're wrong.
Raid matchmaking was always a problem in Division.
Division 2. I thought you were going to talk about Destiny 2.
No.
And I almost vomited on the carpet.
I will chip into that because I've actually had similar problems with matchmaking in raids in the Division 2.
What kind of problems did you have?
So problems just finding people to fucking matchmake with.
Oh, you mean people actually playing the game?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I mean.
So I don't know if you remember some of the older ones. When you go into matchmaking, there's a choice. You can either it can be hard, easy, or medium, or whatever.
Yep.
Well, Division 2 didn't really have that option.
Right.
You were kind of either
one difficulty.
You were kind of thrown into the fucking lion's den on it.
Yep.
But they actually fixed that, where you can choose if it's either hard.
Sucks because I mean, this may surprise you as one of the two resident Dark Souls guys here, but I like that. I like that feature.
No, and I kind of
here it is, and if you suck, then
I kind of liked that
fuck you,
and it gave you the better loot for going through and doing it on the one determined difficulty they had.
Well, you can still do it.
Yeah.
You could still go into that difficulty.
Oh, you know what's crazy? I did find 2 people who were playing the Division 2. It was Kelly and I.
Yeah.
2 days ago, yes.
You know, you're not wrong, and it is super sad that
Dude, I did
not a lot of people
speed
playing
level
it.
you
But
though. Yeah.
You did. You fucking got me at like, what, 6 levels?
Yeah.
It's crazy, boys.
that is
Well, I
crazy.
mean, I am max level in the game. So.
Oh, yeah? I like how you're just a casual. Well, I am.
yeah,
well,
yeah.
I am
great.
I am wonderful.
Yep.
Quite good.
Something else that I kind of saw.
I'm gonna read from your list.
Disintegration is a game from the Halo developers.
Yeah.
I knew nothing about it until I saw it today.
I
saw
knew
something
nothing about
really
it until you
brief
said
on
something about it.
and I was really excited about it, but I realized that I didn't know anything about it. So if you're excited anything with Halo, check out the Disintegration game from the developers of Halo.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, it just looked like a newer version of Halo from what I saw. But maybe
Sounds
you
amazing.
guys- yeah, right. So you guys can kind of be the judge of that. Is that a bad thing? Probably not.
No.
No. You could just reskin Master Chief a different color, and I'd play it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna go ahead and read a piece of news here from Dave List. PlayStation slump update. Read article.
Yes.
All right. Well, everyone, read the article.
That's it. That's all we can tell you.
That's not what it was about, and I was
Oh.
actually going to skip that part. But now that you said it,
Oh, the monkey's out of the bottle.
Basket.
Yeah.
now that
Battleship.
Out of the ball.
Yeah.
The monkey's out of the battleship now. You cannot escape.
That fucking monkey's coming for you.
It's gonna-
It's gonna
now that
chase
you
down.
now that you said it, I kind of would like to read it. The problem is, since you said that,
Yep.
I have no fucking clue where I put it in my phone.
That's great because now we get to catch you red-handed, unprepared.
Yep.
So while you look for
Oh.
that,
That's your fault, you
Well,
son of a bitch.
yeah, I know that is my fault. So while you look for that like a mere mortal,
You should have had it on your list, Dave.
why don't you go ahead and start on your list? Looks like you're way more thought out list.
Yeah,
Look
so,
at this. It's got bullet points. This is just fucking scribbled. You know?
I mean, to be
Bullshit.
fair,
Who does that?
I don't even have a list.
my handwriting is also 10 times better than Dave's.
Here we go.
So, anyways, so it might come as such a surprise to you that Anthem is not doing well as EA claims it's doing.
Really?
Let's take a minute and think about that.
Okay. I'm
So,
listening.
At the beginning of June, Anthem was not even in the top 50 games played on Xbox, PlayStation, or PC.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay, it only gets worse, though. Fallout 76 currently has more players than Anthem, and Anthem on Twitch for the month of June had only 200 concurrent viewers for the entire month. So, this is a little funny thing that goes on to make Anthem look really shitty, but
Okay.
Other than Anthem being itself.
yes.
Okay.
1,000 people concurrently watched Cooking Simulator for the month of June.
Wow. Okay.
Damn.
So it automatically beat Anthem in the top 50 games played.
That's super embarrassing.
Is it
That's-
though?
Yeah.
They
Is
did it to
though?
themselves.
You're right. You're right. They did.
Yeah.
They did.
So
That's the thing, though. I thought
hooray
Amazon
for
was-
you.
I liked
EA.
Amazon. I mean Amazon.
Amazon.
I love Amazon.
I like
Anthem's
Amazon too.
Anthem. I loved Anthem. I thought it was great, but
Yeah.
I get how it would just kind of fell through the wayside.
But the thing about it is too, and the reason that it's falling on its face so hard is that the developers have promised the people that have been waiting for
Yeah, how many?
content for that game, they've been promising them something, and
It's just nothing.
I can't. Nice.
Go ahead.
they've been promising the fans new content like each month, and they haven't put out anything. The big cataclysmic event that they were supposed to release isn't even probably going to be released.
Dude, all you
until,
had to
like,
do was ask
fucking-
me. I'll release my cataclysmic event.
Yeah, it only take you 2 seconds.
It's true. But how many different roadmaps have they come out with, and how many things
One.
have been promised? And
One.
like it's just
They were like, we're gonna release the cataclysm.
we're gonna fix it.
You know,
When? Well, we're gonna fix it.
before we had these we didn't have these roadmaps at one time.
No,
we really
Because
didn't. We have so
developers
much.
made good games and they released good games. Not they
Yeah.
didn't, put out a game that was half finished and say, "Well, we can fix it later. It'll be great in the future."
it'll be great. Yeah,
You know,
it's them. It's the company. It's the party line. It's the roadmap. Yeah.
I have to give it to PC gaming for one reason. I'm witnessing in one of my new favorite games. Not number one, but it's definitely in my top 10.
What is it?
It's Satisfactory.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can go into the actual game itself and you can play and you can have a great time. Or you can go into an experimental version of it where they're testing new features. There's a risk that you're going to lose everything that you're making.
Wow.
I'm so sorry. There's a risk you're going to lose everything that you're doing, but
Yep.
they still give you a chance to do that.
You're talking about
They give
early
you a
access.
chance. It's early access.
It's almost
but
like
when you go
mods
on-
in Fallout 4 on Xbox.
Yeah.
Like you're testing out like crazy shit, and there's a
Right.
chance your file could be corrupt, and you could lose everything.
Oh, that's so weird. I
Right.
didn't know you liked Fallout.
I've done that thousands of times.
So that's one thing
Whereas-
I do like about that is you can play along with the development of a game and you're like immersed into it. In that game, they're telling you every single day what they add. Every single day, like on their
patch
Discord.
notes, like
Yeah.
release notes.
It's insane.
Yeah. It's
And at least
crazy
they
because, like, I'll
actually-
just be playing a game and then all of a sudden, like, for the same game, maybe like 3 times in a week, I'll be playing and then you'll see that notification update file for, X game
Right.
added. And
Right.
I'm just like, oh, I guess they're updating it. That was
Right.
useful
So where I'm
information
going with that,
8 months ago.
right?
Right.
Where I'm going with that is the fact that, these roadmaps sometimes are just empty promises. Is
But
what
the thing
it
about
ends up feeling like.
Satisfactory,
It
though,
really
is
does.
they
It's
release
like Element 80, man. It's just empty promises everywhere.
The thing about Satisfactory, though, compared to these live service games coming out, though, even with it being a PC game, is they released a good game to start with, but they have this experimental mode only to improve on that and for players to experience new things.
I think
It's
that's
not like they're, saying, hey, well, we kind of put out this haphazardly made game, but we're going to try these new features to
And I
hopefully make the game better.
Isn't that exactly what like Bethesda's doing? I think they're just owning it. They're just like,
No,
listen, nuclear winter, we're working on it, and if you don't like it, then I don't know, go suck a horse.
But the
I
thing
don't
about
know,
it
like,
is-
whatever.
At least games like
They're working on
Satisfactory.
it.
Listen to
It's
this.
not done.
Fallout 76 is like number 36 in the most played games on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC, and it has way
What
more
is fucking
Twitch.
Mr. Statistics over here?
Dude, I told you I have a fucking list.
Yeah, look at that. You get it, buddy.
So-
At least
I mean, it has way more Twitch views than Anthem at this point. So it goes to show that even though they fucked up and they made like a, game that wasn't complete from the start, they're owning up to it and they're trying to add content for the people who actually like the game.
Yeah.
True that.
Is
man.
it just me, or
It's just
I
you.
feel like we've been doing this for, like, we've been doing this specific episode for, like, I don't know, like 25 minutes, half an hour now.
Try
Mhm.
I think
36.
I have heard Eric maybe say, like, collective, like, 20 words. So I don't want to neglect Eric any longer. Eric,
Take it away, buddy.
what the fuck do you have for us?
Well, first of all, I just want to say at least games like Satisfactory are transparent about the fact that they're early access.
Right.
Whereas games like Anthem pretends that it's a
This
brand
game's
new
gonna be
release
great.
when it's not a new game. It's a part of a new game.
They
Yeah.
do, but the point I was making is just the promises are there and they follow through. And
Right.
sometimes with these roadmaps, they just end and there's just dead
They
information.
fizzle. Yeah. I mean,
it just sucks. It just sucks.
But
They're
I
not
mean,
meeting the sales figures that they're trying for. Then they just say, fuck it, it's good enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
but that happens a lot on Steam, like especially with the Steam Early Access game. Like you remember, I think like Osiris just ended up becoming like abandonware, and then there hasn't been an update on it in like a year and a half, and they just gave up on it.
I bought that and played it with my buddy Daryl.
You don't have any.
That was a
friends.
great game.
You don't have any friends.
I actually
except
enjoyed it.
us.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true. It's just my cat and you guys. And
It
even
happens.
and even only half
that
of you.
whole Discord community that we have, none of those people are your friends, Dave. They all
No,
hate
fuck
you.
you. Brandon's my friend. And
Yeah.
Tiffany. Not that JD guy though.
Oof.
Nah.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I don't know who that guy is.
Yuck.
He is the bratwurst.
Just Slime City, man. Tiffany's the shit.
So yeah, I understand what you're talking about as far as like early access. They're saying, hey, this is early access.
Yeah,
But they
you
just
know
happen
what
to
you're
put out a
getting into
badass early access
instead
game.
of dropping $60 on a full game, and it's basically early access.
Right.
But I can't hear you over Pokemon size over there. What? Yeah.
Yeah, probably. She's over here. She's over here.
We
playing,
can hear you.
She's over here playing Pokemon, and all we hear is, "Oh, what? Oh, what's good? Oh,
No, you're good. It's funny.
It's okay.
blowing
We
off
just like
so
to
much
bust
steam."
chops. People might not know.
I'm
that
sorry,
about us.
Eric. We railroaded you.
Yeah.
What were you saying?
I know. It's all right. Moving on from that, I think we said all that we were going to say about early access and all that stuff.
Yeah.
The only bit of news really that I came with today is because the only thing I've been paying attention to for the past week. As you know, most of you know, I've been involved with Hit Record and the Beyond Good and Evil 2 collaboration because I never
heard something.
I never shut the fuck up about it.
Hey,
And that's
wait, what's that?
Not ending today.
I don't
That's
think
not
you've
ending
ever
today.
told me about this. Like I don't
Right.
recall
Hit pods.
what's
Pods.
hit play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. But anyway, so about a month ago, Ubisoft said that, okay, you know, there's more collaboration coming up for Beyond Good and Evil 2. You'll find out within the coming weeks when that's going to start and what it's going to entail. So, you know, I've been like just counting the minutes to get more news on that. And then on hitrecord.org, they just dropped like a fucking bombshell like, hey, guess what? We're collaborating for music on Watch Dogs Legion now. Like, they just dropped it immediately. And yeah, I've already contributed quite a few tracks to it. I mean, I don't know what's going to be used and what isn't yet. You know, it's still in the early concept stages where people are just throwing their shit against the wall and seeing what sticks.
Dude, my
But,
shit always sticks.
That's me.
Yeah.
Dude, that's
But,
awesome though,
although I
man.
will say that the
Congratulations on
last
all
time
that
I-
Either way-
success that you've.
Either way, I'm so fucking pumped that
Yeah.
you know, there's another collab going on for another game. And hopefully, I mean, this to me means that Ubisoft must have been really happy with the results so far for the Beyond Good and Evil 2 collaboration, which means, who knows, maybe every Ubisoft game is going to have community collaboration for the
Oh
art
shit!
assets.
If they want music for the next Viking-themed Assassin's Creed,
Dude,
I'm
you
all
don't even
over
have
it.
to finish that sentence. We already knew where you were going with it.
I will write the entire
Counts
fucking
all.
soundtrack.
I know. And I will listen to it while, I don't know, pillaging a town and
Northern Ireland or
doing
something.
Viking-related activities. Yeah, drinking horn.
Such as Viking bowling.
But yes, Viking bowling. Or bowling Vikings.
Yeah. So anyway, that was cool to see the success that you've had in that, and you know, with that.
It's just
'Cause
it's
at first I remember you
Yeah.
telling us about it, and it was
Yep.
basically just like, oh, there's this idea that they're doing, and blah blah blah.
We saw it on
Right.
E3 last year too.
Right.
That's when they
yeah,
introduced the whole
that's when they
pitch.
announced it.
Right.
Was
Yeah.
at E3 last year.
And
Yeah.
then,
And then, of course, at E3 this year, they never said anything about it. So, you know, I was just like, whatever, you know, they'll quietly announce the further collaboration for Beyond Good and Evil 2. And then they just dropped the Watch Dogs thing. And, man, if I can get some music in Watch Dogs, I still haven't played Watch Dogs 2. If I get my music in Watch Dogs Legion, of course, I'm going to have to stream Watch Dogs 2 sometime before Legion comes out.
Right.
I have Watch Dogs 2, and I will tell you it's better.
Okay. I actually
it's
enjoyed
better.
the first one a lot. People, like, the first one gets such a bad rep. And I think it's just because it was never going to live up to the hype that
Right.
it had generated, you know, from being like the first true next gen game that was like shown off. I mean, remember the graphics of that first trailer when it dropped? It was mind blowing. And granted, the game didn't even end up looking that good, but still, the hype was there. It was the first, you know, real next gen game that was shown at that time of the current gen consoles. And it was put on this huge pedestal. So as soon as it came out, even though it was like a good game, it wasn't an amazing game. So everybody just shit on it immediately.
Yeah.
I think I did.
Yeah.
I'm pretty
I
sure.
thought it was good.
I think I bought
love-
the game like as soon as it came out.
Yeah. I mean,
and I had no
Aiden
idea what it
Pierce
was. I had no idea
all the
like,
personality
that
of
there
a
was
piece of
any hype.
cardboard.
I was over the moon excited.
Yeah.
I was more disappointed in Watch Dogs than I was No Man's Sky.
Wow.
I was.
Oof.
Because for a few different reasons. I was
Big
excited
oof.
about the tech. I thought that was fantastic. I love, you know,
The gadgets and
the gadgets
hacking.
and the cool things and the things that I know that exist and don't exist and blah blah blah. It was so exciting for this new idea for a game to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The gameplay was just I had a real problem with the gameplay. I thought the characters were very just kind of washed away. They didn't really matter.
They're very one-dimensional.
Right.
Yeah.
Everything
I
was
agree with
very
that.
Everything-
predictable.
It was ho-hum.
Yeah. The voice acting I thought was really, really bad.
Yep.
Even though they said, "Oh, this is state of the art, everything, blah blah blah," and I'm like,
Right.
no.
I think for me, I came from it at a different viewpoint. Like there are certain games how, depending on when you get into it or when you play it or how much you spent on it, things like that can really color your opinion of a game.
Right.
Like when Watch Dogs was first shown off, I was intrigued, but I wasn't like, I didn't board the hype train. And then when it came out, it was getting review bombed and stuff like that. People were saying how terrible it was. So I passed on it. And about a year later, I had Gamefly at the time. And I'm just like, fuck it. I may as well rent it through Gamefly just for shits and giggles. Might as well try it out. And, under those pretenses, I actually ended up really liking it. And then I ended up buying it for $20.
Yeah, because
and
you
I
had
thought
that,
that $20
you had
was
that
more than
hindsight.
worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hindsight's always 20/20, man.
And then same with like the Order 1886, that's a game that I bought for $8 on sale, and I had a fucking blast with it.
What game was
love
it?
the Order 1886.
Oh, okay.
And like because it's short, I can see why people were pissed spending $60 on it. But that doesn't make it a bad game. That just makes it at the time overpriced game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if it released at $30, it would have been fine.
Same thing with Sea of Solitude. I totally would have paid $60 for that damn thing.
Sea of Solitude.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's that's an indie game that's worth its weight in gold, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
So playing Watch Dogs 2, when I went into that, kind of the whole idea there, the movement was better, the explosions were better, a lot of things that they did was quite a bit more interesting, but the driving is the worst. It's absolutely just god awful.
Well, I mean, we can
It's just not
admit
meant
that the
for it.
driving in any Ubisoft game is definitely not great. So I think
It's
they
really-
Ghost Recon.
Yeah, it's really. Oh
yeah.
my god, you're bringing
that's-
back nightmares
that's
from
not
the
their
helicopter.
specialty.
Who the
Nightmares from playing the game. Yes.
who puts controls like that on a friggin' helicopter in a game with a helicopter? It was god awful. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
But
Like,
we're also judging this
when you're
really.
using a helicopter, there's only 3 things that you have to nail. Like you need a button to go up, and then a button to go down, and then like the look around button, and then I don't know, something with the left thumbstick. Helicopters are not really hard to design mechanics
And the
for.
thing about it
I
is
don't
Grand
think.
Theft
that
Auto
game, like-
Vice City nailed helicopter controls almost 20 years ago. Like,
Yeah,
why
and
can't
then-
they
And we have
get it
games
right
these
out
days
the game?
struggling with
And then
it.
even
Yeah.
with Grand Theft Auto, 5, it's still there. It's the controls for the helicopter are exactly where you would think they would be.
And you can say a lot of shit about GTA, especially like where we are now with GTA Online. I haven't touched the game in like a year and a half, but I can honestly, accurately say that it's probably gotten worse. As new game modes come out, I care less and less.
Yeah.
Weirdly, I don't understand how that happens. Like, the more content that comes out for the game, the less I give a shit about
but
it.
you have to
Right.
realize too is that the more content that comes out for that game, it's only multiplayer content.
Right.
Hey, some of the things that they did in that game were quite amazing. It was
Yeah.
a lot of. It was weird.
For multiplayer content, it was kind of revolutionary.
Yeah.
But they don't give a shit about their single player content besides the main story. So
Right, which was already kind of flawless.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's one thing. Like, there's like 2 things that like Rockstar is like sterling at: is telling a story and in car physics, like or just vehicle
Yeah,
physics in
sure.
general.
It's true.
Yeah.
With Grand Theft Auto, like I would be very disappointed if they fucked that up.
If
And
you A couldn't steal the cars,
Yep.
and B couldn't drive the cars.
Yeah.
And what's fucked up is they've released excellent expansions in the past, excellent single player expansions. Like for GTA 4, of course, there was both The Ballad of Gay Tony and Lost and Damned. Both of those were awesome. And for Red Dead Redemption, there was what was it, Undead Nightmare, which is one of the coolest pieces of fucking zombie media I've ever played. You know,
I mean, yeah, you could like find the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse and shit. Like that was
ridiculous.
Super cool.
Yeah, so it was kind of sad. It was like when GTA 5 came out, I was really kind of hoping for them to expand on it in a single player fashion like they did with those games, but they're just like, yeah, no, fuck it, the single player game, the single player game. Here, Eric, play multiplayer.
Yeah, I was about to get to that as well. Like with their growing popularity in their multiplayer services, you can see where their interests shift from, you know, post main story gameplay. Like after you beat the main game, they start heavily promoting the multiplayer. You know, they're like, we're not really going to come out with anything else for single player. Now we're going to heavily focus on development of the multiplayer so we can make money to make more games.
I felt like
which is kind of what they're doing with Red Dead.
I feel like that's kind of maybe where they thought they could, I don't want to say skimp or cut corners, but like
that's where they thought maybe they could capitalize.
They thought, oh no, not necessarily that, but they thought they might be able to kind of like I don't want to say pull the wool over our eyes and kind of like, oh well, instead of doing this and then coming out with expansion, we'll just give them 3 characters, and that basically that's gonna be enough for them. You know, they won't ask for pesky expansions or us to continue doing our jobs after the game comes out. Whatever.
A good enough
Joke's on you. We did.
Yeah.
And many of us were disappointed in that fact.
And then everyone's just like, and then everyone at Rockstar is just like, well, everyone loved what happened with GTA 5 and how we handled that. Let's do the same thing with Red Dead Redemption, but have it make less sense.
Red Dead
Redemption, man.
So I have a question for you guys about GTA. Did you guys ever find the UFO alien that they had in that game?
Nope, and I stopped caring.
No.
You know where they do plan on finding one?
In Uranus?
Area 51.
Area 51.
Hey, you can catch us there. We'll be live streaming the entire event.
Yep.
No, we're not going.
Along with Terry Crews and Keanu Reeves and Bill Gates or whoever the fuck is
literally everyone.
Snapchat
memes.
No,
I'll follow Keanu Reeves anyway.
I'm not going to
Cast of the X-Files.
Yep.
No.
Do they?
So
what are you talking about, dude? They're not going to 51. They've never left.
Yeah, they've been there.
Mulder and Scully never left Area 51.
They're still there. Okay, so we've heard it in the news. We hear it everywhere. We dream about it. Whatever.
There's memes.
There's memes. The memes are fantastic.
The memes are everywhere too. Like you cannot escape it.
Over 1 million people. Okay.
Yeah.
Over 1 million people, and I can actually get you the exact number. It was holy crap. 1,426,911
Okay, so
people.
you're saying we're almost at 1.5 million.
Yep.
Exactly. So Storm Area 51, they can't stop us all is kind of the page, and it's growing. So what they want to do is on September 20th, they want to basically just walk up or drive up to Area 51 and try to get in.
Yep.
The purpose of this, who knows?
They want to see them alien dicks,
They want to see the alien dick. It is true.
Yeah.
So basically, the way that they want to do this is to do the Naruto run.
Naruto.
It says we will all meet up at the Area 51 Alien Center tourist attraction and coordinate our entry. If we Naruto run, we can move faster than their bullets. Let's see them aliens, is what it says.
Let's see them aliens, man.
This is getting so much media attention.
The first wave of the Naruto runners, I thought it was the Kyles and the Yeet trucks.
Yeah. They're gonna yeet the Kyles, past the gate. So that
that's the first wave.
Yeah, and they're gonna fucking
wait. Did you say they're gonna yeet the Kyles across?
Oh
the
yeah,
gate?
yeah.
Good God.
So the U.S. Air Force has strongly advised against it, which obviously they would. But keep in mind, there's a real good possibility that they've already moved the aliens and all the other crap that they
to
have.
Area 52.
Just in case. Because
Which is next door. They would never think
Area
of it.
B52, yes.
No, it's just under the ground.
Yeah.
That's all it
Under
is.
the ground.
So, you know...
There's a faded sign on the side of the road there. It says 15 miles to the Love Shack.
That's where you're going to find the aliens.
Yep.
Exactly. So they are... It wouldn't surprise me if they weren't moving some things, because they know that people are fucking crazy.
Yeah.
They know... We know people are going to show up. We know people will show up.
What's the most top secret, just tactical espionage way that we can storm this place? Create a fucking Facebook event. They'll never see it coming.
They'll never know.
They will never know the date and the exact time that we're going to do this, because we totally didn't post it on that page.
Because we're just laying it
You know,
all
you
of it
don't
out.
have to bring everybody. You don't have to bring millions of people to go in there. All you have to do is bring the ostrich fucker, and they'll just give you the aliens.
That's right.
Right?
The government doesn't have Facebook.
Allegedly.
God.
So anyway,
But hey, Dave, it takes at least 3 guys to fuck an ostrich, right?
it's true.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yep.
So this article says, after decades of mystery, humanity will Naruto run its way to unraveling alien life.
But we need the dudes in the Subarus to fucking blow vape smoke so that the Naruto runners can get through, you know?
Right.
Yep.
So I do firmly believe that some people will show up at the attraction center. I do believe it, but the whole thing is actually really kind of fake.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But I gotta tell you,
But fake things turn into reality sometimes too.
And with a thing,
sometimes too fast.
look at how many.
I mean,
people-
isn't this exactly how we got snakes on a plane?
Motherfucking snakes on the motherfucking plane.
Exactly. And isn't this exactly how we got the Dragon Ball Evolution movie?
Oh, or the Evolution movie by itself, which is just bad.
Excuse me.
I didn't like it.
Excuse the fuck out of me.
I didn't like it.
That movie
I watched it the
is
other
a
day.
national treasure. Orlando
I couldn't
Jones,
do it.
David Duchovny, and what's her face?
I couldn't do it. Oh my
Oh,
god.
can't forget about what's her face.
Yeah.
I have to take a real quick second to thank Mackenzie for 250 stars. We do appreciate it.
God.
Thanks,
We
Mackenzie.
haven't been commenting back to the comments because we're doing a podcast. The podcast is really kind of close to over.
You're welcome.
Because we're at 55 minutes. But we can definitely chat for a few more minutes. If you guys lived closer to Area 51, would you go? Would you realistically
I would go for comedic
You know
value.
what? You know what I would
Yeah.
do? I would stand far enough away so that they wouldn't shoot me, but close enough so that I could see everything go down.
Well, you really wouldn't see.
This is exactly how the nukes get launched and how the new California Republic is going to be formed.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to break off into the
I
ocean,
see it.
right?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, I'll see you on the
Country
coast
two.
of Arizona. So, like, whatever, dude.
Right. Exactly.
But the great thing about this that I was saying earlier is that no matter what happens, fist pump. We're gonna get great memes out of it. If it works, meme. If
It's
it doesn't,
true.
memes.
If thousands of people die, memes.
Yep.
It's gonna be dank no
If
matter
nothing happens and no one shows up, memes.
Hey, we're going to get the Area 51 dank meme stash.
Yeah. Someone start compiling it now.
Send us all of your Area 51 memes.
Oh my god.
I'm surprised that like none of us haven't.
Hey, thank you so much
Done it
for the
yet.
50 stars, Levi.
Levi, thank you
what.
very much.
Levi, thank you.
Levi is my little brother. So thank you very much, Levi, for supporting Winter House Gaming. Donald has been in here talking, and
He gave a great
I'm
suggestion.
finally. If you could find a way to reflect the light spectrum around you to blend into any environment, plus you will need a way to dupe infrared and sonar and other things. You're right. There's so much
my God.
defense around that place. It's unreal.
Oh,
Levi,
Eric,
thank you for 45 more stars.
Eric, you know what he's talking about? Stealth camouflage. Stealth.
Yeah,
Watch out, Snake. The guys who stole my stealth suits are in there with you.
Too late, Snake. Now die.
You know what? I'm just gonna boot up my stealth boy and I'll just fucking hop the fences or whatever.
That's a video game. can you not tell the difference between video game and reality?
My life
Because
is a
I
video
can't.
game.
They're the same thing.
That's what I was about to say.
They aren't saying, now, excuse me, I'm going to go catch Pokemon with Master Chief.
You think they should make iPhones for babies? Because I do. God, I love that YouTube video.
Oof,
It's my favorite thing.
that's great. That's really great.
I definitely would go to. I would definitely go
Felicia.
to Area 51.
Did you finally find that PlayStation update thing?
I did.
Okay.
Do you want me to read it now?
Yes.
Okay, so here's.
I've been waiting with bated breath,
Here's why
quivering with anticipation.
I read this.
Patient.
I read this earlier, and it made me laugh because it's so sarcastic,
Yeah.
and I love it. So anybody that plays PlayStation, there's an update that's out. I think last night.
Dave
to
actually
today.
just asked us about it today in the chat. He's
I
like,
did.
Hey, anyone download that yet? And I'm
And
like,
right
nope.
directly after that is when I read this article, and I just thought it was funny because it's literally how I feel almost every single update except the major ones that is doing a UI change. Okay.
Yeah.
So it says PS4 firmware update 6.72 is available now to download. You'll never guess what it does, is what this says. And this is from Push Square. Stephen
Better
Talby.
fucking cook
Talby.
me breakfast.
Look, oh, he did it at 6 a.m., so he's probably still sleeping. Okay,
Yeah.
ready? I'm going to read this verbatim until it gets really sarcastic, and then I'm just going to stop.
Okay.
Good news for all you firmware update fans out there. Sony just released update 6.72 for PlayStation 4. That's right, you can now download the very latest system software patch to get your PS4 console bang up to date. If this doesn't get you excited to play some games in the middle of July, nothing will. So what does this most exciting of revelations have in store for us all? Could the optional update contain some useful information or features? Is it preparing your PS4 for something even bigger? What the heck does this darn firmware update do exactly? Let's not delay things any longer. Here are the patch notes in full. This system update improves system performance.
And stability, yeah.
And the next line killed me. I laughed so hard. It said, incredible.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So that is literally how updates for systems has been for such a
Oh my
long
goodness,
time.
we're getting so many stars.
Hey,
So many.
Felicia.
Jesus. Stars.
Felicia, thank you very much
You're
for
not bidding
250
for
stars.
anything.
Eric, 95 stars. Levi, 250 stars.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, guys.
Felicia, Levi.
Thank you so
both you
I
much.
don't know
are
what's
work.
happening, but I'm not really
keep
inclined
outbidding
to
each
stop
other.
it. Oh, okay. Can I make kind of a gross joke?
Please, how gross?
I
On a
mean,
scale from 1 to 9.
I can't wait till System Software Update 6.9. It's just a great time with a period in the middle.
That's hot.
Okay, that was, yeah, no, that was gross.
All right. I'll drink to that.
So I do like reading just like super sarcastic, art news articles like that.
Yep.
When people are just like, you know what, I'm fucking done.
I'm fucking done.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
God,
I
that
gotta tell you-
joke,
okay,
dude.
so
it's like resonating in my head.
Real quick, I want to tell a quick story.
I
I
have
kind
some
of
stats to end off with, too. Some more
Okay.
stats.
Nice.
Make it a
I
stats school.
kind of ranted about this last night. So Sunday afternoon, the three of us are kind of doing something that we don't really get to do that often, just with the nature of our jobs. We have a day where we just kind of hang
It was
out,
real
played
fucking
video
intimate.
games,
It was great.
shot the shit, like nothing. No, we didn't talk shop. We didn't really like kind of do any work. We just just got to hang out and play video games and be ourselves. And Jason, wouldn't you know, comes in, says, "Hey, I found a great deal on some Fallout."
Oh God, I love this story.
Yeah,
Yeah.
some Fallout merch that's on clearance. So I guess there's limited quantities of this at select GameStops in the area. I called the GameStop's about an hour away from me, and I'm like, "Oh, wouldn't you know they have one in stock?" I'm like, "Can you hold it for me?" And they're like, "Yo, we got you, fam. Just come in tomorrow and
shit.
we'll just help you out." And I'm like, "Great,
They're throwing
fantastic."
that GameStop.
This is at the GameStop in Waterville, Maine.
Calling you out.
If you're out there watching us,
Specifically.
That would be strange.
It would be
frankly.
strange.
So after work, get in my car, think nothing of it, have a great drive, sunny afternoon, window down, listening to the Evanescence. All right, and
Oh,
who doesn't
fuck
love
yeah.
that?
I feel you, man.
Yeah, I
feel
mean
you.
it's
Yeah.
a great time.
Hell
I get
yeah.
down there, walk in, I see the fucking plasma rifle behind the counter, and I'm like, yo, I believe you got something for me. And they're like, what is it? I'm like, it's that plasma rifle right there. I called yesterday and you guys are holding it for me. And they're like, all right, for like Toby Hill. And I'm like, that's not my name, but it's close. Toby, Tony, you know. And he's like, oh, we only have one in stock and it's being held for this guy. I'm like, no, man, I called yesterday. I talked to a girl. She said it would be out back. Tell the guy at the counter that it's out back. And he's just like, we don't have any out back. This is the one that was out back.
Oh, man.
And he's just like, it sounds like no one put it on an official hold. And then the guy that opened put it on an official hold. I'm like, official hold? I gave them my name and number.
Yeah, came down from the fucking county and everything.
And I just stared at him for 5 seconds. And I'm like, I'm sorry, what? And he's just like, I'm sorry. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? But as angry as I was, and I was pretty angry, I became that kind of customer that I hate.
Yeah.
You know,
you turned into ma'am.
I pulled a Leslie Knope on him. And he's just like, well, let me offer to call the South Portland store. And I'm like, no, I insist you call the South Portland store.
Oh, yeah.
So I called them, and this is actually, well, it's supposed to kind of be a surprise. Felicia, I don't know, cover your ears or something. But the South Portland store actually has one. They're sending it up to the Bangor store. Yeah. And it's gonna be here whenever the fuck. So
happy birthday!
Go get it.
Happy birthday, Felicia!
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Felicia!
It's awesome. It is a 1-to-1 ratio replica of the Fallout. I don't know, Fallout.
It's just
series.
It's the perfect weapon to take to Area 51.
Exactly. Where do you think it came from? And why do you think there's so little of them around? It's a 1-to-1 replica of the plasma rifle from Fallout. And it lights up. Like, how fucking cool is that?
We actually got to hold Jason's version of the plasma pistol, and that thing is fucking sick.
Like, I think there were 4 versions of the plasma pistol, plasma rifle, the super sledge, and a power fist.
Which Jason got
He has the power fist. It's very dope.
I got
a power fist for you, Tony.
Yeah.
Kelly knows what's up.
Every night.
But that was, I just... Even though they kind of had that solution for me,
you're gonna get a real good fist in it.
And that is the only time that GameStop actually ever provided a service to me.
Right.
Is after they already fucked it up.
Or to anyone. They chose one person through the whole history of
granted, they had to fuck it up.
Like a Donald Trump. They created a fucking problem, and then they fixed it, and then they were like, "I'm so great."
But I have to let you know that that's probably the first political thing we've ever had on the podcast, and we almost hit 100 without anything political.
Yeah,
ever.
You're welcome, internet.
There you go. Okay,
ma'am. But I was, you know, even after the whole thing, I was still like really angry. I wasted 2 hours. I wasted a quarter of a tank of gas. By the time I got back, I was already an hour and a half late streaming.
Yeah.
And I didn't even have dinner. So I just grabbed a Little Caesars pizza.
So I'm fucking hangry.
Like I literally like drove from Waterville to Brewer, got a Little Caesars pizza, got home, scarfed down 2 pieces, and then immediately started my stream.
No, it's like 7:30 and nope, I'm not gonna say this. You know what? I'm going to.
All right.
Because I'm old and everybody tells me that.
Okay.
It was 7:30 at night. And Jason comes in, he's like, hey, you guys want to go to Waterville? Fucking Waterville? That's an hour away. That puts me in bed at 9:45.
Oh my god.
I'm actually asleep right now.
Dude, what do you fucking mean?
Were you high?
I'm glad I didn't get too super excited about it.
Yeah.
You know, the whole, because I told him, I'm like, I'm not going to get excited about it because then if I do and I don't get one, I'm going to be sad.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, me too. And I'm like, all right, cool.
But it ended up kind of working out, but which is weird because like when I called earlier that day to see if they could send it up, they're like, no, we can't do that. And then I get down there and not only do they not have, they're like, oh, we can set it up, and I'm like,
right,
this
couldn't you
could have just done that in the fucking first place?
Yeah.
But I guess
thing.
their DM or their district manager doesn't like to send clearance item to other places because
that's because it costs them shipping,
right.
and they're not
But-
making any money on it at all.
Oh well, I mean,
But I'm very
for
glad
a
they
failing
came-
company, they're not really making money doing anything else anyway.
Yeah.
So really,
Yeah.
at this point, like, does it really
You
matter?
just take what you got.
Yeah.
You know, realistically, them shipping it up here, you might have received it for like $5, or they
Yeah.
made like sold it to you for $5.
Yeah.
After
Yeah.
they pay shipping and all
Oh
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I'm-
realistically, you paid $5 for something really cool.
I'm just excited for the next like travesty to occur. Like, I get it, and then like the sale's over, and they're like, "Oh, that'll be $100, please," and I'm just like,
You know, with Prime Day, that was just happening. I think today's the last day. Yep, today's the last day. They're probably gonna lose that in the mail somewhere.
"Oh yeah, they probably will."
Right.
I guarantee you they will. Oh my god.
Felicia's so
Look
mad.
at that face.
And then another
She's so upset.
another fun, not really like a story, a little anecdote.
Like, I'll fucking kill you.
You know, it's Prime Day. It's great. You know, like
Yeah.
yesterday and today, and I bought I thought I got a great deal. $25. I got a 4K Amazon Fire Stick. That now, like, so I can finally cast like my Amazon Prime like to like a device. And then Dave here, even though I knew it was coming, I just didn't know when. And I tried it like 3 days ago, and it didn't work then. So
Yeah.
it must have happened over the course of the last 48 hours. Lets me know that Chromecast now added like Amazon Prime like cast support. So now I can like cast that to my Chromecast, which
Good night. Good night, Levi.
I use that every night.
Good night, kids. Yeah.
Every fucking day. But I'm like, you know what? I could.
Well,
cancel
it just popped up on my phone the other day saying you can now do this. But here's the funny thing: it only works on Android.
Yeah.
Only it doesn't work on iPhone, so you can't use any Apple products to do it.
You know, iPhone owners.
Not many things work on iPhones.
I got a PlayStation Remote Play. I guess
That's true.
Yeah, that's the
We do
one
have
good
PlayStation
thing.
Remote Play.
You can be Eric
Speaking of
and,
which,
and play it on the toilet.
Yeah,
that's
his
right.
Favorite thing
And
to do.
speaking of which, I also, like a sucker, ordered a PlayStation Classic yesterday because of the Prime Day deal.
$20, man.
Which I got it for $20,
Dude,
which is
gross.
PlayStation
ridiculous.
Classic, $20.
yeah.
Yeah.
$20 is
yesterday
worth
and
it for the
today.
controllers alone. I'm sorry.
You better
Right
get on
now-
that fucking deal right now.
that deal's going on. It ends tonight.
Yep.
So if you
Actually,
guys,
this deal's gone.
or something.
It has been gone.
if you
I
want,
checked about 30 minutes after I ordered it, and it said it was out of stock. And then I checked again another 30 minutes later, and it was up to $40. So
oh shit,
Who knows?
sorry, it's already gone.
Dude, give it
but,
like even if you can't get one, I give it like a month. It'll be fucking like.
Here's
free.
a spoiler alert for you: the system's no good.
Oh no, I know that.
Okay.
Well,
I know, that's the thing. As I'm going into
I'm
this-
sure it's good if they didn't already offer the best games on that system, like for PlayStation 4, or like you had no other way to play those games, and I have like 70 other way to play those games.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Seven,
So
yeah.
I mean, I have
Yeah.
Nice.
I already own most of the games that are on there in one capacity or another. Some of them I own multiple copies of, but I really I'm thinking about it. I'm like $20 for a cool looking little PlayStation on my shelf and a couple of USB controllers I can use for emulators. That sounds worth it to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're
Yeah.
right.
So, yeah.
You know, it would have been cool
I'm
if
not going to use the system.
it would have been cool if there was like a massive voting poll over what games would be put on it. And then
Yeah, right.
everyone could go on
Massive
and
vote,
just
not for voting.
vote, and just the top 20 votes get it.
Yep.
What if you could vote for the NTSC versions instead of the PAL versions?
Yeah.
What if you
And
could
How
not?
about that?
What if you could vote for them to actually play it like the proper like resolution and speed instead of like what
Yeah.
they loaded them
Like
in
garbage.
as? Yeah. Which I guess you can fix them. You just need a
Yeah, but
Logitech keyboard.
They do literally look
I
worse,
might need to
right?
borrow your
They do.
Logitech keyboard.
They look worse than the
By the way.
original.
They
Yeah.
much worse.
Yeah.
Actually,
how does that
than I
even
remember.
possible?
Eric, hit them with facts.
Hit them with facts. What
Yeah,
facts?
some
Who's-
like why
Yeah,
they
how,
look, why they look
is it
worse.
Why does it look worse than the original game?
computers.
Got it.
Wow, you're so smart, Eric.
How did you get herpes? Computers.
Computers.
Oh man.
But yeah, I think that's pretty much all we got. Oh wait, Kelly's shuffling.
Kelly wants these stat things,
shuffling
and then
his
we're gonna jog
papers.
on.
Yeah.
yeah, go ahead, bud.
honestly, so, do you guys think that loot boxes and microtransactions are taking advantage of the younger audiences that don't necessarily know that there's real money.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Isn't that the point of them?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely the point of
We've
it.
mentioned it all before, but you have some newer stats that have come out about the quantity and the price that these people are
At
purchasing.
one sitting. In one sitting.
Okay,
Yes.
go ahead.
So, I think this was a 22-year-old in the UK.
Oh, that's not a kid at all.
Yeah. Well,
That's okay.
relatively speaking, he's
Yeah.
a kid. But $550 in player passes or player packs in FIFA Ultimate Team.
Yep.
So in one sitting, he just bought $550.
And that's the most money FIFA's ever made.
in one sitting.
Yeah.
That's the most anyone's ever spent in one sitting on FIFA.
Wow.
It is, to my knowledge, at least.
He should probably be euthanized.
Probably.
Yeah.
So
I'm just saying what we're all thinking.
Yeah, a 22-year-old spent 3,160 pounds, or equivalent to 4,000 American dollars, on a game called Hidden Artifacts, and that's only the microtransactions in that game.
Damn.
That's in one sitting.
Holy shit.
Damn.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Where are the parents?
But this is where it gets.
It's no longer microtransactions. These are not
I don't know,
macrotransactions.
Make more money
they're
than we
working at
do,
the
or-
scrapyard or singing, I don't know, musicals about Oliver Twist or whatever the fuck they do in the UK. Something about the Beatles over there. I don't know.
So here's another thing too. So a 16-year-old kid in Scotland spent 2,000 pounds on an NBA 2K games loot boxes in one sitting.
Wow. Oof. That's what a dumb kid.
Yep.
Yep. That's I mean, loot boxes are just that's their purpose and their design is just take advantage.
I
of,
just thought it would be, perspective to give people to show like how big of a problem these things
What's
are.
the most that you've spent on loot type boxes?
I've never purchased a loot box.
Now, can
per
we
se.
consider like the clothing that you can get or skins part of the loot?
because you know exactly what you're
Okay.
getting.
Yeah.
Okay,
those,
so I have
that's the
never.
difference.
those are just cosmetic microtransactions.
Okay, I've done
Yeah.
that a few
Yeah.
times.
Yeah, I think
Probably
we're all
not a
guilty
few,
of
maybe
that.
40,
Jason did that
$50.
literally earlier today.
He did.
Yep.
He spent $15 on some skin, and I'm just like,
ouch.
but why? That's bringing me
I
back. I'm having PTSD from giving my nephew $15 to buy
I spent
skin in Fortnite.
last month I spent $10 on Fallout 76 power armor and cosmetic stuff, and I don't regret it for a single second because I am an idiot.
I wouldn't spend $10 on Fallout
you're hurting
76. Do you try to
guys.
evolve or do you try
Like
to
in
know what you are?
general.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh wait, I lied. I can't remember what game it was, but you opened a chest and then it gave you an option to get 2 extra chests for like 50 cents. And I'm like, 50 cents? I don't give a fuck.
50 cents. That's how it starts.
I know.
You're part of the problem.
Oh, it's a fucking gateway box. I should have seen it.
Dude, fucking gateway
Gateway
gambling,
Damn it.
those surprise
Angry
mechanics.
Birds? What is this?
Wait, you spent money on Angry
What is
Birds?
this, 2011
How?
or what?
Did you not
Sweetie.
have friends
Oh,
to send you
no.
lives? Are they as angry as they were in the first one? Angrier birds.
They blow up and
Those
shit.
poor
Oh, man,
pigs.
From what I'm told.
What the fuck?
There's only
I wouldn't play
one
the game
time.
to save my life, but I've seen ads for it.
So
My little brother Levi has a $20 a week microtransaction budget. Wait, are you saying that's what yours is? That's so funny.
Oh,
Douglas says, I spent a few $100s on random loot type systems in a period of like 3 months. The appeal is definitely there. It sucks. Man, I just can't. I get it,
Yeah.
but I don't get it. But I would never do it
yeah,
because I'm not a gambler. I don't like to gamble.
Right. I'm the same way.
I don't like to gamble a lot. I did purchase, Fanatical, where we got those games.
Yeah.
Well, they have these things where it's kind of like a mystery box,
Mystery
and
game bundle.
keys.
Yeah.
I said, you know what? It's a couple
But that's
bucks.
kinda
No,
cool.
that's it's funny that you mentioned that because that's actually where I got a collection of like indie action adventure games. I think you got the same one. But I just gave 2 of those away as a prize the other day to Tiffany on the stream.
Tiffany, yeah.
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 Oh, nice.
And I honestly, guys, I mean, for my streams personally, I don't know about these bodos. I am going to try to find better ways of actually holding contests other than I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100.
I agree.
It's my junk.
You asked what I thought, and I said, I don't know, pick a number between 1 and 100. I have no idea how to do them either. I have a massive selection. I think it's like 50 games now that I've just been like randomly doing to give away, and I haven't really figured out a way to do it, nor have I took the time to do it.
Yeah.
We
have been.
I apologize. Yeah. I'm a dickhead.
You are. I got to tell you guys, it's really hot in this room. So with that,
we have 3 computers and 4 people.
So with that, I'm out.
Yeah, we're going to head out, guys. Thank you very much for staying here and hanging out with us. We really appreciate it. We do the podcast every single Tuesday night at 7:30 till whenever we get done.
Yep.
We stream constantly. Share, invite your friends. We have a fantastic Discord community.
We can't honestly, like, we're old, okay?
We're not that old.
We're not. We're pretty really open to change. We had, in fact, at the beginning of it, we had a lot of trouble understanding what Discord was or what the point of it was.
But we have a community manager who is absolutely amazing. Yeah. And I will tell you right now that if you're tired of the incredibly toxic groups that are on Facebook, like I am, and these guys are, our Discord really has all the information that you could want.
But it's also because we have wonderful people on it, like Tiffany, for example.
And we're going to keep those wonderful people on there.
It's amazing the level of contribution and just the community engagement and just honestly, I think what makes it what it is are 4 channels. It's our NSFW channel. it's our everything meme channel. It's our Secret Life of Pets channel where we just post pictures of our pets
and the otherworldly
animal and otherworldly visions, just
random shit,
whatever you want,
whatever the fuck.
On a hike or if you're on an adventure, you just share it and everyone's just like, "Yo, cool!"
I posted pictures of baby goats in there today.
Yeah,
it was adorable.
You posted a picture of baby goatsa.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
baby goatsa.
Baby goatsa.
Brandon is also on here. He's like, "What about me? It's all about Tiffany." No, it's not all about Tiffany,
it's not
man.
All about Tiffany.
It's about you
Brandon,
too. Because
love you too.
You're so engaging.
It's not about you two. It's about Brandon. All right. If it was about you two, I'd come on though.
I'd be
Brandon,
wondering about the walls.
You're awesome too, man. You're a huge part of what we do, and we love it. The link is in the description. Patrick, I'm not streaming anything after this or playing anything.
No.
I don't think these guys are either. Tuesday, we kind of take off to really focus on the podcast.
Yep.
Tomorrow, another day, we'll be on tomorrow.
I'll be streaming all morning.
Why don't we just post the schedule?
That's what we need to do.
Yeah.
Immediately after this, I'm going to be streaming Eric Goes to Sleep.
Yep.
Because I work at 4 a.m. tomorrow.
I'm going to be streaming Eric Goes to Sleep. I'm going to be streaming on Eric while he tries to go to sleep.
And then I'm going to be streaming Kelly Goes to Sleep on Tony while Tony streams on Eric.
Yeah. I'll be in my own bed.
Yeah. We'll all be in David's bed.
Going to be streaming fapping to that whole situation.
Well, real quick, guys. We have a merch store.
Hey, that link's in the description.
It is. We're doing the Player One Coffee promotion still.
Evidently, it's really good.
Follow the code, get the discount. We get money. Everyone's happy. I mean,
it's a symbiotic relationship.
Why? We're just getting rid of the pretext here.
Yes.
And this Saturday, Downey's Fantasy Con at the Bangor place, wherever it is. Yes,
Cross Center. Is that the Cross Center?
Yep.
The Bangor place.
The Crisscross Center for those that stuck in the 90s.
Kelly and I and Justin will be there.
Yeah, I might be there. I don't know.
Lawrence, hold on a second. Lawrence just 2,235 stars. Holy shit, man.
That has to be
wait.
That's got to be a mistake.
Stars.
Wow.
That is the most I think anybody has ever given us all at once.
That wasn't us.
So much. Thank you so much.
Dude, that is outrageous. Wow, thank you, man.
I need to go to bed. And I need to.
By the way, you don't want to watch that.
That's unreal. Thank you so much. You are absolutely amazing, and I can't even right now.
Yeah, I know.
I think
that's
open
the
mouth kiss
perfect
you.
way to end it.
That really is.